OutDaughtered, star Danielle Busby seemingly confirms new season on Instagram. OutDaughtered Season 4. Instagram. OutDaughtered, star Danielle Busby seemingly confirms new season on Instagram. Reality TV. November 15, 2017, 4:06 p.m. By Megan Heinz. Get ready to see more of your favorite Quints and Princess Blake. OutDaughtered star Danielle Busby took to Instagram earlier this afternoon to post a photo with a camera crew. The only problem? She used the hashtag Season 3 when the family would be filming Season 4. Back in action to my cozy couch. Season 3 couch interviews, she wrote. According to TLC's OutDaughtered page, the final episode of Season 3 aired back in September. On January 17th, Adam confirmed Season 3 on Twitter and wrote, "We can finally spill the beans. Thank you, everyone, for the incredible amount of support. The show has been a hit." Yet regardless of what Danielle's message really means, fans can hardly contain their excitement. "Just made my day. My daughter is going to be thrilled," one person wrote. Another added, "Yay! Can't get enough. Love watching the girls' milestones because my kids are similar ages." Last month, Danielle's husband, Adam Busby, posted a video of his girls on a slide, and a camera crew could be seen in the background. Although the hit TLC show has yet to be renewed by the network, there's nothing about the third season's performance that suggests TLC would suddenly drop them, either. Plus, when a fan asked on Twitter yesterday if they'll be returning, Adam responded, "Our story is much bigger than we are, and there is still so much more to tell. You will just have to wait and see." OutDaughtered. Praying. If our predictions are correct, the Fun Fam may return as early as February 2018. Given the show's history, it first premiered with a short, 4-episode season in May 2016, the second premiered in fall 2016, and the third installment aired in July, meaning if a similar pattern continues, they'll be back before you know it. The Busby family had encountered several setbacks this year: Adam's postpartum depression, Hurricane Harvey, and Danielle's desire to get back into the workforce. But whether they're sharing their lives on their reality show or on their own social media accounts, they're not afraid to be honest, and that's what fans love. Here's to hoping we see them again on Tuesday nights very soon. Danielle Busby has fans talking again, and this time it's not just speculation. It feels like something big is actually happening. If you've been following the Busby family for years on OutDaughtered, you already know that whenever Danielle drops even the smallest hint on social media, it doesn't go unnoticed. And recently, one particular Instagram moment has people convinced that a brand new season might officially be on the way. Now, nothing was announced in a formal press release. There wasn't some big flashy trailer. But longtime fans of OutDaughtered know how this works. The clues are subtle. The hints are layered. And Danielle? She knows exactly how to spark curiosity without saying too much. OutDaughtered, the hit TLC reality series that follows Danielle and Adam Busby as they raise their 6 daughters, including the only all-girl quintuplets in the United States, has built a loyal fanbase over the years. Viewers have watched the girls grow up from tiny toddlers into strong, opinionated, hilarious young personalities. And through it all, Danielle has been at the center of the chaos, balancing motherhood, business ventures, and personal health struggles. After the most recent season wrapped, there was a lot of uncertainty about what would come next. TLC didn't immediately confirm another season. Fans started speculating. Some worried the show might quietly end. Others thought maybe the Busbys were stepping back to focus on family life. But then Danielle posted something that changed the conversation entirely. It wasn't just a random family picture. It wasn't a throwback. It wasn't an ad. It was one of those posts that felt intentional, almost like a wink to the audience. The kind of post that says, "Stay tuned." Fans immediately flooded the comments section with one question: is a new season coming? And here's the thing, Danielle didn't exactly deny it. That's what really got people talking. For years, OutDaughtered has given viewers a real look into the Busby household. The ups, the downs, the sibling rivalries, the school milestones, Danielle's mysterious health issues, Adam's involvement as a hands-on dad, it's all been part of the journey. So when the show goes quiet for too long, fans feel it. Danielle has always been very active on Instagram. She shares everyday moments: school drop-offs, birthday parties, family vacations, even difficult days. But when it comes to filming, her energy shifts slightly. There's a different tone, a certain excitement. In her recent post, that excitement was noticeable. Some eagle-eyed followers pointed out what looked like filming equipment in the background. Others noticed captions that hinted at busy days ahead and big things coming. Danielle didn't spell it out, but she didn't shut it down either. And in reality TV world, silence can be just as powerful as confirmation. It's important to remember that the Busbys have been through a lot publicly. Danielle's health challenges in recent seasons added a deeper emotional layer to the show. Viewers saw her struggle with unexplained symptoms, exhaustion, and doctor visits that didn't always provide answers. Those moments weren't just reality TV drama, they felt real and vulnerable. If a new season is truly on the way, fans are especially curious about how Danielle is doing now. Has her health improved? How are the girls adjusting as they grow older? The Quints are no longer toddlers causing adorable chaos, they're developing distinct personalities and navigating new stages of childhood. And then there's Blake, the oldest daughter, who has grown up almost entirely on camera. Each new season shows a more mature version of her, stepping into that big sister role with more independence. Another big reason fans are eager for confirmation is because reality TV isn't what it used to be. Shows come and go quickly. Networks shift focus. Long-running family series don't always get clear endings. So when Danielle's Instagram seemed to suggest momentum activity, filming vibes, something brewing, it reignited hope. Adam Busby has also been subtly active online. While he hasn't directly addressed a new season either, his recent content feels aligned with production cycles from previous years. Longtime viewers have noticed patterns before. When the family gets busier behind the scenes, it usually means cameras are rolling. And, let's be honest, OutDaughtered still has stories to tell. The Quintuplets are at an age where friendships, school dynamics, and individual interests are becoming more complex. That alone creates natural storylines. Danielle continues to manage her boutique business. Adam balances work and fatherhood. The family dynamic evolves every year. There's also the simple fact that fans aren't ready to say goodbye. When TLC renewed the show for previous seasons, announcements sometimes came after filming had already begun. That means Danielle's Instagram activity could very well be a soft launch, a way of building anticipation without breaking contract rules. Reality TV families often can't announce things until networks give the green light. So what do? They tease. They post cryptic captions. They share behind-the-scenes glimpses that spark conversation. And conversation is exactly what Danielle achieved. Comment sections filled up quickly. Please tell us you're filming. I miss watching you guys every week. Is OutDaughtered coming back? Instead of shutting down the rumors, Danielle liked comments. She responded with playful emojis. That interaction alone sent fans into detective mode. It's fascinating how much power social media holds in today's entertainment world. Years ago, fans had to wait for official TV commercials to know if a show was returning. Now, a single Instagram post can trigger widespread speculation. But beyond the excitement, there's something deeper happening here. OutDaughtered isn't just another reality show. For many viewers, it feels familiar, comfortable, like checking in on a family you've known for years. That emotional connection doesn't disappear easily. If Danielle is indeed confirming a new season, even indirectly it signals that the Busbys are ready to open their lives up again. That's not a small decision. Filming reality TV means inviting cameras into personal spaces. It means reliving hard conversations. It means balancing authenticity with privacy. Over the years, Danielle has grown more confident in setting boundaries. She's spoken openly about protecting her mental health and her children's well-being. So if a new season is happening, it's likely on terms that feel right for the family. There's also the business side to consider. OutDaughtered has been a significant platform for the Busbys brand. From their boutique to sponsored collaborations, the show amplifies their reach. A new season would likely bring renewed attention. Still, fans don't just watch for business updates. They watch for the heart of it, the messy breakfasts, the carpool chaos, the emotional milestones. Danielle's recent Instagram energy felt like someone who knows something big is coming but isn't quite allowed to say it yet. And sometimes, that's the clearest confirmation of all. What makes this moment particularly interesting is the timing. The gap between seasons had people wondering if TLC might pivot away. Yet historically, the network has kept OutDaughtered in its lineup because of consistent ratings and loyal viewership. TLC understands the value of family-centered programming. Shows like OutDaughtered create generational audiences. Parents watch with their kids. Fans grow up alongside the cast. If filming has resumed, we may see deeper story arcs this time. Danielle's health journey could take center stage again. The Quints school experiences might become more prominent. Blake's teenage transition could bring entirely new dynamics. One thing is certain: Danielle knew exactly what she was doing with that post. Whether intentional or not, she sparked hope. And hope is powerful. For now, fans wait. They analyze captions. They refresh TLC's announcements page. They watch Adam and Danielle's Instagram stories closely. Because when it comes to OutDaughtered, even the smallest hint feels like a promise. And if Danielle Busby has indeed just confirmed a new season, even subtly, it means the Busby story is far from over. One of the reasons this possible new season feels so important is because the Busby family is in a completely different chapter now than when OutDaughtered first began. When viewers were first introduced to Danielle and Adam, the Quintuplets were babies. Everything was survival mode. Sleepless nights. Bottles everywhere. Diapers stacked higher than the kitchen counter. The show thrived on that beautiful chaos. It was loud, unpredictable, and sometimes overwhelming, but it was also heartwarming. Now, years later, the chaos has changed. It's not about cribs and strollers anymore. It's about independence. It's about personalities forming. It's about 6 girls finding their voices in a world that already recognizes them. That shift alone makes a new season compelling. Danielle has always been very open about how different each of the Quintuplets are. Even though they share a birthday and an incredibly unique bond, they are not identical in personality. Some are more outgoing. Some are sensitive. Some are strong-willed. Some are quieter observers. As they grow older, those differences become more noticeable, and that creates natural storytelling moments. And then there's the reality of raising children in the public eye. When OutDaughtered started, social media wasn't nearly as intense as it is now. The girls are growing up in an era where clips from the show circulate online, fan pages analyze every moment, and comment sections can be both supportive and critical. Danielle has spoken before about protecting her daughters from negativity. That protective instinct has grown stronger over time. If filming has resumed, it likely means the family has found a balance they're comfortable with, one that allows them to share their lives while still safeguarding their children's emotional well-being. Another major factor that makes this potential new season feel significant is Danielle's health journey. In previous seasons, viewers watched her struggle with unexplained symptoms: dizziness, exhaustion, heart concerns, autoimmune fears. There were episodes where she looked physically drained but continued pushing through for her family. That vulnerability changed the tone of the show. It wasn't just about parenting multiples anymore. It became about resilience, about uncertainty, about facing something scary without clear answers. Fans still wonder how she's doing now. Her recent Instagram posts show her smiling, active, busy, but social media only captures snapshots. A new season could offer deeper clarity. Has she found answers? Has her health stabilized? Has she learned new coping strategies? Viewers feel invested in that journey because it felt real. Adam, too, has evolved over the years. In early seasons, he was portrayed as the hands-on dad navigating the intensity of quintuplet fatherhood. As time went on, he became more vocal about mental health, especially regarding postpartum depression in fathers, something rarely discussed openly. If OutDaughtered returns, it wouldn't be surprising to see even more honest conversations about mental health, stress, and marriage under pressure. 'Cause, let's be real, raising 6 daughters is not simple. Marriage dynamics shift. Responsibilities change. Priorities evolve. The show has never shied away from showing disagreements or moments of tension between Danielle and Adam. And that authenticity is part of what makes the series relatable. A new season could dive deeper into how they've grown as a couple, how they communicate differently now compared to when the girls were toddlers, how they navigate parenting decisions as the children become more independent. Blake, especially, represents a turning point in the family narrative. Say isn't the little girl tagging along anymore. She's growing up, developing her own friendships, entering a stage where independence matters more. That transition alone could anchor major storylines. Viewers who remember her as a preschooler now see a confident young girl stepping into adolescence. And that's something longtime fans feel emotionally connected to. Another layer to consider is the business expansion the Busbys have experienced. Danielle's boutique and entrepreneurial efforts have grown significantly over the years. Adam has explored creative projects and digital ventures. The family isn't in the same place financially or professionally as when the show began. A new season might explore how they balance brand growth with family time, how the spotlight affects business decisions, how they manage public perception while staying authentic. Because authenticity has always been key to OutDaughtered's appeal. Reality TV can sometimes feel manufactured. But the Busbys' challenges, especially during Danielle's health scares, didn't feel staged. They felt raw. That's why viewers stayed invested. Danielle's recent Instagram energy feels lighter, though. More hopeful. There's a sense of confidence in her tone. A quiet excitement. Almost like someone who has weathered storms and come out steadier on the other side. That's another reason fans are interpreting her post as confirmation. It didn't feel random. It felt purposeful. And when you look back at previous seasons, similar patterns emerge. Before official announcements, there were subtle hints. Increased activity. Vague but upbeat captions. Busier schedules. Occasional glimpses of what looked like production days. Longtime followers recognize the pattern. But beyond speculation, there's a bigger question. Why does OutDaughtered still matter? The answer lies in relatability. While very few families have quintuplets, many understand parenting exhaustion, health fears, financial pressures, sibling rivalry, marital stress. The Busbys' unique situation amplifies those universal themes. As the girls grow older, the relatability shifts. It moves from diaper disasters to emotional growth, from bedtime chaos to school challenges, from toddler tantrums to confidence building. That evolution keeps the show fresh. Another interesting angle is how the girls themselves might feel about filming at this stage. When they were babies, there was no choice. Now they have opinions. They understand what cameras mean. They might express excitement or hesitation. A new season could explore those conversations. How Danielle and Adam involve the girls in decisions about filming. How they ensure each child feels heard. Because raising multiples isn't just about logistics, it's about individuality within unity. Fans are also curious whether extended family members would play a bigger role again. Over the years, grandparents and relatives have appeared in supportive roles. With the girls growing older, family dynamics naturally shift. Traditions change. Gatherings evolve. And then there's the audience factor. OutDaughtered viewers have remained incredibly loyal. Even during long breaks, social media engagement stays high. That loyalty likely plays a major role in TLC's decision-making process. Networks follow numbers. Engagement matters. And Danielle's recent Instagram post proved one thing very clearly. People are still paying attention. Within hours, speculation articles began circulating. Fan pages reposted screenshots. Comment sections exploded with theories. That level of buzz doesn't happen for shows that have lost relevance. It happens for shows that people miss. Danielle might not have explicitly written, "We're filming a new season." But sometimes confirmation doesn't need to be loud. Sometimes it's a smile and a caption. A playful response to a fan comment. A behind-the-scenes hint that feels too intentional to ignore. The Busby family has always understood their audience. They know how invested viewers are. They know how much anticipation builds during breaks. So if this is truly the beginning of another chapter, it's likely being handled carefully, strategically, thoughtfully. And that speaks to growth. Because the Busbys today are not the same couple we met years ago. They've endured health scares, parenting stress, public scrutiny, and personal evolution. If cameras are coming back into their lives, it's not just for entertainment, it's for storytelling at a new stage. Danielle's Instagram might have only been a single post, but sometimes one post is enough to spark an entire wave of excitement. And until an official announcement drops, fans will keep watching, keep speculating, keep hoping. Because if there's one thing that's clear, it's this. The Busby story still has chapters left to write. What makes this whole situation even more interesting is how carefully Danielle has always managed communication with fans. She's not someone who randomly drops misleading hints. When she shares something that feels intentional, it usually is. For longtime viewers of OutDaughtered, there's a pattern that's hard to ignore. Before past season announcements, there were similar signs: busier schedules, subtle mentions of long days, behind-the-scenes energy, and captions that felt just slightly more guarded than usual. Danielle and Adam have always had to walk a fine line between transparency and contract restrictions. They can't officially confirm filming until the network gives the Busby